Hi, my name is Agustin Cohen, and I'll be talking about the magazine I created in Ace Media. I made my magazine about soccer because I've been playing soccer since I was little, and I played in a team ever since I was 4 years old. I love the sport because of the teamwork and the emotional investment the average fan can have for a player or a team. Whenever my favorite team, Independiente, loses, it genuinely ruins my weekend. This means my weekends ruin very often because they aren't in their best form at the moment. My favorite player is Sergio Aguero. He's always been my favorite player because he was a fan of Independiente and started his career there. It is rumored that he will come back to finish his career. Also, Aguero is from Argentina, like me, and he was born around the same area as me, which makes his success unreal. All this makes me feel like I really wanted to create a magazine about soccer and use all my knowledge experiences to inform others like me that enjoy the sport. The first question was, how does your product use and challenge conventions, and how does it represent social groups or issues? So for my cover, I placed the masthead in the top left corner in orange to match the color of my shirt. The selling line was put right under my masthead in a darker orange to match the masthead. I put the date line in the top right in black for a classier look. The main cover line was placed in the left third in black font to grab the reader's attention to the main article. I placed the cover lines on the right side in a small black font with a white small description right under them. My main image was placed to cover and fill the whole cover. It has three main colors: orange, grayish white, and green. I follow the standards to the left third by placing the masthead and main cover lines there. The website was placed at the bottom of the screen inside an orange stripe to match the main image and masthead. It has the cost of the magazine next to it, and the only change I had to make for my cover was to add a barcode. I followed the practices of commercial magazines. Now I'm going to compare my magazine cover to a professional cover from the magazine World Soccer. This cover contains a similar color palette, but it was executed different. The main image is on the right, the cover lines have pictures, and it's a special edition. It's a tournament review edition. Also, there's a little description under the main image. My magazine is similar in the terms of theme, but this professional magazine was executed a little bit different. Now, onto my table of contents. The title is placed at the top left on top of a thin yellowish orange line. The title is in blue for contrast with the black background. The page numbers appear next to the cover lines in orange to match with the stripe under the title. My visual system consists of a black background and bright colors and stripes that make contrast. This visual system appears both in my table of contents and my spread. I have three images in my table of contents, and they're all soccer related. The first one is to the right of the first cover line and to the left of the two yellow lines. The two other pictures were placed at the bottom to fill empty space. My classmate told me I had to edit my color palette because in the table of contents I had too many, but my teacher said it was fine, so I didn't change anything. Now, onto the comparison. I'm comparing my table of contents to one from a basketball magazine because I couldn't find a soccer one. My color palette is very different and my articles aren't in a straight line, they're in two columns. Also, they have pictures that go with almost every article, and I don't. I only have 3 pictures. You can tell all of these were made by professionals, and mine is just a kid in high school. Last but not least, my spread. The header text was placed in the middle of the left third in 2 different colors, white and red, and 2 different sizes, for soccer is bigger than my love and passion. My intro was placed right under the author, bottom of left side, in the same font as the rest of the article. The pull quote was placed on the bottom right under the 2 paragraphs, under the 2 columns. The actual text was placed in columns to fit the screen. It's in a very small font because there was no more space. There's a picture on the left page that's really transparent and really gives a nice touch to the spread. Now on to the comparison of my spread. The spread was compared to a professional soccer magazine spread because I could find one. The spread shown is very different from mine. It's a different style of writing. Instead of writing in essay form, they wrote in short paragraphs describing every player shown in the screen. Another difference is they have many pictures, where I only have one. The fonts are similar, but they have more vibrant colors and attention-seeking designs. My spread is really good. My mission statement is to engage soccer enthusiasts by providing facts and opinions, using great research and experience, contributing with sought-after information that soccer fans crave. The second question is, how does your product engage with audiences and how would it be distributed as a real media text? My product engages with audiences by being about a very specific topic that will attract many people with very interesting articles. It will be distributed through Instagram. Instagram is a platform where you can upload pictures and your followers can like and comment on them. Many companies use this platform to advertise their products. The third question is, how are your production skills developed throughout this project? In Canva, we had to use templates. Then in InDesign, we made more professional designs without templates. With InDesign, we had more freedom due to the availability of more tools and more colors. The fourth question is, how do you integrate technologies, software, hardware, and online in this project? First, I use my cell phone to take photos of my magazine topic for my photo shoot. I use my cell phone to take photos of my magazine topic for my photo shoot. I use my iPad to edit my pictures, use the Google search engine, use Google Docs, etc. I use my laptop to do everything once we got them. With the Mac, I use Photoshop, InDesign, Google search engine, etc. The laptop was the iPad but more advanced, but it just took a while to get them. I used Canva to make my cover, table of contents, and spread. This was a very useful tool when we didn't have Photoshop. It has the same function as Photoshop, but it's more simple and accessible in the Google search engine. I used Photoshop once we got our laptops. This let me take my editing to the next level and make my work even better. We used iMovie when we had to do a critical creative reflection like this one. We used this to mash our cover, table of contents, and spread and put audio over it. We used it for critical reflection 1, 2, and 3. I used InDesign to recreate my cover, table of contents, and spread because it was required to use this, but we got it recently alongside our laptops. I used my Google Drive to write my spread and download my 30 photo shoot pictures. I used the Google search engine for most things. I had to use it to go to Blogger, Canva, do research, and look for pictures, among other things. I use Google Slides for the peer editing, color and fonts, our audience demographic, and this. I use Blogger to document everything I did in this process of making my magazine. Last but not least, I use a smartboard to follow instructions and to present our peer editing. Thank you for being with me through the journey of creating my first magazine.